So hey guys, lovely morning out here. We got the squirrels chirping. We got the dog laying up here on the table. We got the plant enjoying breakfast. I wanted to make a video just because I've been posting on my social media as far as my Facebook how I'm weaning off my trazodone. Trazodone's an antidepressant. So I wanted to take a minute to talk about my mental health and the approach that I've took, and where I've found success in helping me deal with some of the things that I deal with. First, I'm diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder, major depressive disorder, antisocial personality disorder, insomnia, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Labels, man. As far as mental health, my mental health issues started probably around 14. I think it was more behavioral things, but it got me put into a psychiatric place. And they started treating us kids with like Thorazine. They put me on Thorazine, man. And about basically the only thing I had really was behavioral issues and just confused. And that's what they want to do. They want to pump something in just to stop the symptoms that you're complaining about or someone's complaining about. Uh, and that's not the answer. Sometimes it has nothing to do with the chemical balance in the brain. Sometimes, especially when we're kids, we get a distorted lens and we see things that screw us up, man, that hurt us deeply. And then we carry that throughout life, and it manifests in all kinds of different areas that we're not conscious of, that we are not even able to see. And I continue living life, you know, being called crazy or whatever just because of the impulsive actions. With antisocial personality disorders, you're very impulsive. You don't have a lot of insight into seeing the consequences or repercussions of your actions. It's never been that I've been stupid. And it's never been that I can't sit down and see what's on the plate as well as another person when when it's put in front of me and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I think I'm an idiot too. Uh, but in the moment, you're acting on ego. You're a personality disorder is a fractured ego. Um, egos are what's developed from about seven on. That defines who we are, how we react, how we respond, how we defend, how we do all these things. We're a sponge till seven. It's called the theta. We're in the theta brain state. We're a sponge. We're absorbing our family rules. We're absorbing the community rules. We're our cultural rules. The world. We're absorbing all that so we know how to function. Because we have to be able to function to be able to thrive, and so we put in these programs because it's what we see that we feel that we're going to have to survive. So when you have these damages that happen young, or even in older age, when you have something happens, the stronger the emotional reaction that you have to the event, the stronger the neurological circuits that wire in the brain, what fires wires. And when this happens, you create a snapshot. You create a snapshot of the event in your mind. And the thing with the brain is anybody that does sports realizes this, that visualization before they go to a boxing match or to the baseball game, they know to visualize what they want to do before they go out to do it, and then that greatly impacts their performance. And it's in numbers. We can see it. Another example of this is with neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to learn. They do this experiment where they put one person and they have them practice a song on the piano, on the actual physical piano, and then they test their improvement over the time. Then they have another test subject. Their only job is to visualize that they're playing this song and they're practicing this song, and that too had almost as great of a improvement as the ones actually doing it. So our brains, as we're remembering these events in our past, our brain is living in it like we're back in that event. And then it transfers everything that happened in that past event that caused hurt or pain, and it puts it into the event that's happening now to try to protect you from it happening again. And it's defense mechanisms. We all have them, and for the most part, we're unconscious of them. And as I started to say with, a personality disorder, uh, you know, it's really hard because you can treat with some medicines and, whatever complaints that is had, whether that's, whatever it may be, um, we can medicate them down, but it's never getting to the root of the issue. We have to get down and we have to start digging. We have to start digging down and get down to where the cognitive distortion started, where the lens got altered, where it got distorted, so that way everything that was stacked upon it, it's off a little bit. So we have to go down, find this distortion, find the event that happened, even as uncomfortable as it is and as hard as it is. That's called shadow work. You go in and you try to find where this happened and get the clear vision of what truly happened. That way, you can address everything up on top of it. You can go through and you can help yourself by knowing yourself. Know thyself. We have to know what programs we have that are leading our lives. And plant medicine, now that I'm to the end of this video, plant medicine is something that came into my life that people with a personality disorder, their ego is up here. And to experience something greater than yourself, whether you deem that a mystical experience or whether it's just, somebody like God grabbing your head and twisting it sideways and showing you a different view, whatever you want to term it, these medicines helped me get off drugs. They helped me for the most part. I'm still on this one last antidepressant. That's the only one left out of all of them. I was on a bottle of Oxy a month. You're going to my arms. I was on, 90 freaking Green Monster Klonopins a month. I got smashed by a car in the middle of a highway going 50 because I passed out. I mean, these pharmaceuticals that they just want to pump down people's throat and not have a clear perspective of who they're talking to and what their risks are. I know for my sake, they put me on OxyContin as a safe alternative to opiates, and this was after overdoses. This was after known drug history. This was after all these things where, I'm ultimately responsible for the addiction part. The dependence part started jointly with me and the help of a medical professional, who was there to know more than I was. Not no more. My rods are out of place. They want to cut like the top part of this out of the rod off because it's no longer in my spine. My spine has scoliosis and it's curved. It's got a C curve that has pulled the top rods completely out. So like them rods, them screws, just little by little are just pulling. And I went to the doctor about 4 years ago to see what my options were, and the doctor said he wanted to remove all my hardware. And I have a cage from right at the base of my neck that goes down almost to my tailbone. I fractured T6 and T7. They had to do a spinal fusion where they fused T6 together and then they put stabilizer down at the bottom up to the top and fused it with cadaver bone. And so I had this injury, I had these surgeries, and I was active in my addiction pretty severely, and I just didn't go to the doctor. One, I was scared, I rejected, I didn't want to hear it, and in that, it got pretty bad, and now I have to deal with it, or, I'm only 45, I don't want to be on opiates or anything else. So the last doctor that I'd seen, he said, well, we can just cut the top part of the rod off. And no, it don't sound a lot better. They're going to, dig into my spine and hack off a metal rod at the top, and, no big deal. But that's in the future. But anyway, I hope everybody has a great day. This has been 10 minutes. I hope I put something in here that is helpful or that, is just interesting. I love you all. I hope you have a great, wonderful day. Peace out. Trips out.